All right, hey, what's up, guys? Honestly, I'm kind of shaking right now. I just bid gold cap on the Brutosaur mount. Now I have the other mount, like the store-bought one that came out, but the goal for this expansion, honestly, was to get this Brutosaur mount. I felt like it was time. I had the gold for it, and I will go into the details on how I accomplished this because it's almost impossible to get this mount. And sure, yeah, it's kind of devalued now because they've got the other one. What's it called? Gilded, right? So yeah, this one, obviously it serves the purpose of the auction, and then also you got the mailbox, so it's probably better technically, but it's not the same, guys. It's just that Brutosaur, like the real one, the original, just warms my heart. It makes me feel good. The little dinosaur, dude. I'm like a land before time kid, right? Like that kind of feeds into it. It's just different than this one. So I'm absolutely stoked to have this one here. This is on Alterac Mountains. I'll talk about, finally, I can talk about everything that I did to make this mount happen, because it was not easy. Let me just show you real quick. I'll log out. I have something like 30 level 70 plus characters across all these different realms. I have spreadsheets that I was using to track the Brutosaur, predict what server it was going to be on. Now, Alterac Mountains, this realm that it actually ended up being on, is a little bit surprising because it's already dropped there not long ago. Let me pull up the spreadsheet real quick for you. Back in August 9th, it dropped, right? So it's been a few months, so I'm a little surprised to see it back up here. At the same time, I'm not surprised because it's a very high pop realm. I'm shocked that this character, I predicted that it was going to be on Maelstrom here. I had so many characters from Panda Remix. I decided to use Panda Remix as, instead of like boosting characters to get onto all these different realms, because with the account wide stuff now, you can be on any server really with your war bank and the gold being so easy to transfer between realms. I realized very early on that like having multiple characters spread out across all realms is probably the most powerful thing you can do in the game with alts. So fortunately, you don't actually have to get to level 80 to use it. You just have to be level 70. But if you level past level 70, like let's say you're level 71, you can't use it until you hit 80. So I just have characters that are at 70 or 80, and I'm still looking at this. I'm freaking out. I can't believe it. It's been a mission and a half to get this to happen, because I was not gold capped when the War Within started. I wasn't even really playing the economy too much during the launch. I was just leveling characters and trying to get gear and stuff. I had about 2 million when I started, and I essentially played. Actually, no, I didn't do anything, guys. I just bought WoW tokens. That's really it. But I did. What I will say is I was smart about when I bought the tokens. So, for example, when things were skyrocketing for the Gilded Dinosaur, like I bought that. I bought all these peaks. Let's go to the past year. So before the War Within dropped, it hit a peak of, what's this? About 350, 387. All these spikes, I bought tokens around these spikes. Let's see the 2-year high. I think at one point it hit 400K. About 400K. This was 2023. And then also on the release day, let's do 6 months. On release, the token spiked to like 320. Okay, so August 3rd, 2024, the token had spiked to about 400K gold. And I tried to hit as many spikes as I could. And, honestly, like, it's ridiculous to spend that much money on like a game mount. But if you don't have the gold, how is you going to do it, right? And it's faster for me to make the money in real life than it is to make the gold. Like, I'm not going to spend all that time farming it. So, but anyway, if you want to be smart, get that gold, do it any way you can. That's not really the hard part. The hard part is the strategizing of how you're going to get these characters on all these different realms and be fast. Let's see, a couple tips. Like, I'm just going to talk about it because I'm still jittery right now. This is not the video I was kind of planning to make, but I'm just going to record because this is kind of fun. I got no one else to tell. So let me show you a couple of things that I did. There are some scripts that you can do to, like, it's not automatic, but you can just click once and like hit your macro and then it'll automatically bid and accept all that. So you can just skip that whole UI process. But the idea of accidentally clicking the wrong thing and spending 10 million gold, which is about, $1,200 to $1,400 in real life. It's kind of ridiculous. Like I wouldn't bank it on a macro. But what I did have over these 3 macros, I mean 3 buttons. I have the Warbank here, easy to access. I have an autofill, so like it's a portion, so I can click on this and just hit. I can just hit this script here, and it automatically fills in the gold cap, and it's like, are you sure you want to buy it? And then so at least it's just a few seconds. Like if you're really competing against other people, this will shave off a few seconds. Let's just take a look at the macro quick. So I don't have it auto targeting the person. I have this set like that, and it's just going to open up the bid. So that might save a few seconds. In the end, when I actually bought it, I didn't end up using this, but this is actually even better, /logout, rather than hit escape and all that, shave a few seconds. I tried that. At one point, I even subscribed for NVIDIA, what's it? NVIDIA Now, like the web platform gaming, because logging into all these different characters actually took a lot of time on my computer, and it was actually a little faster if I used the NVIDIA computer. So that was another way to do it. In the end, guys, like I'm shocked. Like essentially, I figured out that you have about 3 minutes before things get gold capped. I've seen Swiftzulian Tiger. I've seen all of the stuff that can possibly drop in the auction house. I've been doing this for a little while now, about 2 months, and I've seen everything drop. And they usually get gold cap very fast, despite all these different realms, seeming really small or low pop or whatever. There are people hunting and camping these things every single day, and I happen to be the one tonight, which is crazy good luck. Another tip I can give you is I sorted my character menu by the realms I thought were most likely to have the mount drop. Funny enough, though, as you can see, starting with this character, funny enough though, the character that I ended up bidding capping on is all the way down here. All right, and I was finding for things like I've seen the Brutosaur drop on the auction house before, the black market auction house before. By the time I got to it, it had already been gold capped. So I kind of banked that the first 3 characters I logged into, like maybe like up to here, this was my shot. This was my window. I really had realistically like 4 chances every night to bid on this mount. And by the time I got to the bottom here, like these characters were probably I was never gonna, even if I got to the character and I saw it, there's no way I was gonna be the first person to gold cap. That's why I'm so shocked that I'm literally 2 characters away from the end. This is just a character that I have on another server before, Proudmore. So I was 2 characters away from being like, well, I tried, right? It's this character that got it. I got all the way down. What is today? We're in the middle of the week. It's a Tuesday night. Actually, it's technically Wednesday morning right now at 3 in the morning, East Coast time. So that's like barely midnight West Coast time. So I'm a little surprised. Alterac Mountains was asleep. When I got to the auction, I saw that the mount was there. I started panicking because I was like, oh my God, mount's there. But the beauty was it hadn't been gold capped. And just so we're clear here, you have to bid max 9,999,999 gold to gold cap it. This was my mission for the War Within, dude. I'm not mythic rating or anything. This is literally my goal, was to get this mount. So yeah, I'm kind of, when I embarked on this mission, I was like, there's such a low chance that this is actually going to happen for me, because number one, I didn't have the gold. When I finally got the gold, I realized the challenge was not having the gold. The challenge is bidding first and bidding fastest and being at the right place at the right time. So much has to happen for you to gold cap this correctly. For some reason, when I logged into this character, because it's a character I actually play, I didn't have my fancy buttons set up. I guess they're over here, but I was panicking, so I didn't even see it, right? I was like, dude, how do I get to the war bank? All right, so I went to like my spell book, and I'm like, wait, general, where's the chest? Like I'm so confused. I still don't know where it is. It's right here. Oh, dude, it's here. Like I was freaking out. I couldn't figure it out. So I was like, you know what? I'm choking right now. I'm panicking. So what I did was I mounted up, and I was like, forget it. I'm just gonna take the long shortcut, which is, I know the bank is here, right? I went to the bank, and then I'm like, all right, retrieve 9 million gold cap, whatever. But then I had gold in my thing that I forgot. I had gold in here, because again, I was kind of playing this character, and so it wouldn't let me retrieve, and so I had to deposit 10k into the bank to retrieve 10 million outs, because that's the most you can hold in your 9 million. So then I had to fly back. I'm like, oh, it's over. I'm also fidgeting too, because I was just so nervous, and I'm kind of like, my heart's racing and everything, and I'm like, nah, guaranteed. I see players walking around. This is gold cap. I get here, dude. it's still open for bid. Hit bid and got it. So absolutely stoked. I can't believe it. All right, guess I'll come retrieve this tomorrow. So that's it, guys. Thanks for listening to me just being excited. And I'm going to make a real tip video on everything I did to get the Brutosaur in the War Within. So check out that video coming out whenever.